Yo, yo, black man power, black woman power, black child power. It's KLX, King Leon X, UBVOA. That's the unapologetic black voice of America. I put the black woman, black child, black family first because I'm a black man, black lives matter most to me. Black matter lives. Shirt I'm rocking today's contents of a black woman. Curviness, intellect, powerful, outspoken, natural beauty, spiritual, melanin. Uh, so anyway, this is episode 34 of Take Charge of Your Life. Take charge of your mind, take charge of your day, take charge of your mental attitude. And what we talking about this week is personality traits. We talking about assembling a pleasing personality. What we was talking about last week, and we just picking up today. We just picking up today where we left off. So thanks for tuning in. So yeah, we was talking about our person. The reason we're talking about personality and how it plays into taking charge of your life, assembling a pleasing personality is one of the principles of personal achievement. So your personality obviously is where you display your character. Your personalities are only going to determine whether people are attracted to you or they shy away from you. Your personality is the trademark by which people recognize you. Your personality is going to be the number one thing that distinguishes you from all other people. And most importantly, your personality, your pleasing personality or lack thereof is going to determine whether you're able to sell yourself through life, right? Sell your vision of the future to your peers. Now, anyway, yesterday we was talking about we went over 4 negative personality traits yesterday, which I'm gonna go over real quick, and then I'm gonna go over 5, 6, 7, and 8 today, and then tomorrow we're gonna go 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. So the first thing, because the thing about personality traits and assuming a personality, what we're talking about this week is all things that we can apply today. To increase the overall quality of our life, to make a measurable increase in our health, a measurable increase in our relationships, a measurable increase in our spirituality, a measurable increase in our finances, a measurable increase in our self-confidence. You see, these are the strategies and processes in which, if you take the information I provide on these midday self-mastery videos and apply them, you would guarantee to experience an increased quality of life, because these are some of the same principles that I applied, which has me living out my goals and dreams. So anyway, negative personality traits, the one we covered yesterday, running in and breaking away with conversation when others are speaking. We covered that. Sarcasm was number 2. The third one was vanity expressed by words and actions. And yesterday we did cover the difference between confidence and vanity, being sure of yourself and being full of yourself. We did talk about the difference of that. Number 4 was indifference and listening while others are speaking. So it was important for us to be better listeners than we are talkers, because we can learn while we listen, but we can't learn anything from hearing ourselves talk. All right, and so those are the 4 that we covered yesterday. So today, now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of today's video. We're still talking about negative personality traits, things that are going to be evident in our lives in some capacity. It's just our job to determine and be aware of these things, and then try and channel or transmute these types of energies to something more desirable, more pleasing, more constructive. So the 5th negative personality trait is insincere flattery. This probably for me, this is like the most important thing that I do not do. I do not make insincere compliments. I do not tell people something just to make them feel good if I don't mean it. Okay? Insincere flattery is the quickest way to turn someone off. Like, it don't even matter if, like, sometimes people don't even really mind if you cut them off while they're talking. They kind of do, but I mean, they do it too. So it's like, it's just like that's how we talk, kind of. And yeah, we could get better at communication, yeah. But just buttering someone up, or queens be trying to do this shit all the time. Like, they just be saying random shit to me, like, and I don't know, they might be sincere, but it just seemed like a lot of insincere flattery going on, which I don't respond to. All right, that's a negative personality trait, insincere flattery. Make sure that if we're going to compliment someone for something, if we're going to praise someone for something, make sure it's sincere. Make sure we could give the reasons why, but make sure we could add some descriptive words to give that compliment meaning. All right, and kings, you got to watch out too, because that's the queen's number one trick, bro. She could get you out of pretty much everything that you have. If you're not aware of how to determine and check insincere flattery. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. The sixth negative personality trait is finding fault in the world at large and people in general. That's okay. Come on. This is the sixth negative personality trait. Finding fault in the world at large and people in general. I used to hang around this queen, and she used to always just be like, "Oh my God, I hate people. I hate people. Everything. I hate people. I hate people. Oh, this is why. I'm like, God damn. Let me hear. I gotta hurry up and get away from you." Because what you focus on expands, queen. I mean, and I could tell you universal law how the shit break down you want, but if you're not taking responsibility for the space that you occupy, you're not taking responsibility for the what's being attracted to your life, your thoughts, feelings, and decisions is going to determine your actions, which determines your habits, character, and destiny. If you don't want to understand what character is being formed with this belief system that you have, I already know your destiny. All right, and I don't want to be a part of it, you see. So I had to remove myself. I removed myself from people who, I just got a call, but I removed myself from people who find fault with the world at large or people in general. You see, matter of fact, I believe we covered it on, I think it was either episode 9 or 10. This is episode 34, but we was talking about deciding, like, what kind of world do you live in? Do you live in a world of love? Do you live in a world that's going closer to harmony, closer to prosperity? Do you live in a world of abundance? Do you live in a world of peace and harmony? Or do you live in a world of confusion? Do you live in a world of destruction? Do you live in a world of hate? Do you live in a world of anger? Do you live in a world of pain? You see, understanding duality is like, yeah, I must have those ladders. I must have experienced those ladders so I could appreciate the beauty of life, so I could appreciate the sound health. I must have had some form of disharmony, in my health to appreciate sound health. I must have clutter in my mind to appreciate the peace of mind. I must have been scared to act to be able to appreciate fear, the freedom from fear. I must have been all over the place to be able to appreciate self-discipline. You feel me? I must have disharmony in my relationships to appreciate harmony in my relationships. But what side do you live on? You see, I must have been engaged in a labor that I didn't like to appreciate being engaged in a labor of love. You feel me? I had to go through what it feels like to not be confident in myself, to be able to experience and live on the realm of increase, confidence, capacity for applied faith, hope for future achievement. You see, I had to know what being depressed felt like in order for me to appreciate, my positive mental attitude. You see, I had to know what poverty felt like to understand what it feels like and to appreciate being unwilling to share my blessings with others. You see, so it's about deciding what type of world do we live in. Right? Do you live in a world full of harmony, prosperity, and abundance, or you live in a world full of pain, anger, and frustration? Whichever one you choose is going to be right. So that's the 6th point, which was, 6 negative personality trait, which is finding fault in the world at large and in people in general. Right? I look and hope for the best, you feel me? I don't find fault in the world at large. I find love, I find hope, see, I understand, I can see the fault that these people would see, but me as a solution provider, I see beauty. I see magic in the destruction. I see endless opportunity for me, or for my value to be presented, for me to execute on some strategies, processes, and tactics, for me to implement some institutions. I see nothing but opportunity. I see the world going closer to love, closer to harmony, closer to peace, and I'm gonna play a major role in that. All right? So I look on the bright side, family. And so the seventh negative personality trait is openly and directly, okay, openly and directly challenging those who may not agree, where there is no obvious reason for doing except for being on the opposing side. So everyone knows who this is. Think about this person who just openly and directly challenges whoever disagrees with them for no reason at all, just to be on the opposite side, just to oppose them. Like, there's no validity in their statement. All right, yo, some people be doing this all the time because, like, all right, so this is what I be realizing with me, because I be aware of my personality, how people respond to me and react, and all that type of stuff. And I make it my business to be on point. You feel me? I make it my business to be relentless in my studies, and to study, learn, apply, study, practice, teach, learn, apply, right? Become a new creature, transform myself, transmute negative energy to positive energy, transmute undesirable results to desirable results, transmute destructive thought patterns to constructive thought patterns and habits, you see? And I do this relentlessly 100% of the time. And so therefore, every single day I'm acquiring more and more and more information, more and more and more. Yeah, my timer just went off, so I should be getting going in a second. But every day I'm acquiring more and more information, more and more insight, being able to speak about more and more topics, right? Have more and more understanding about certain things. And so I be expressing myself on topics. And there's some people that be around me who they just love to combat everything that I say. And I be like, but what's your point though? Like, what are you trying to say or prove? Like, because like, how are you speaking to me in a combative way, but you're not even disagreeing with what I'm saying? Like, you're just like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with people? Like, how about you just contribute to what we got going on and what we have to say, and contribute to the collective conversation instead of trying to debate all the time, especially when there's no obvious reason to do so. Because for real, you will be sad when I remove you from my conversations, period. And you'll have no more conversations with me, period. And then, damn. So then what? You see, because I don't want to go on no back and forth shit. And if I feel like if you threatened by, my energy, power, presence, posture, and it seems like everything that come out your mouth got to be something that's in disharmony or disagreement with what I got to say, then fuck it. You do what you need to do then. Stay from by me. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, listen. If you're providing something of constructive value that I could immediately apply to increase the quality of my life, then yes. I will listen. Yes. I will apply. Yes. I will learn. Yes. But if you're just agreeing or disagreeing to just challenge, just to disagree, it's like who are you? For real. And what makes you more qualified to lead my life than me? What makes you more qualified to tell me how to act and make my decisions than I am? This is you see, because I do take charge of your life videos, but I ain't setting myself up as an authority over none of y'all. You feel me? I'm not here to set myself up as an authority. I'm only here to guide and assist you into implementing some strategies, tactics, and processes that will increase your self-confidence, increase your vitality, increase your vigor, give you a larger perspective, on the world. Right? So this is so it's like this, family. When it comes to assembling a pleasing personality, that's our job. Like that's what I'm focused on. Like I'm focused, definite major purpose, writing out my goals, listing out the obstacles, identifying the groups and people that I need to work with, identifying the skills required, attaching a date to it, listing what's in it for me. Like these is all systematic, pretty practical steps that I assist people in implementing on a daily basis. And when a lot of people, when they say their life story and they talk about their transition from when they was a wandering generality to now a meaningful specific, from when they wasn't taking charge of their life to the moments that led up to them taking charge of their life, I'm honored to be in, thousands and thousands of people's life stories. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people cannot say their life story without me in it. Right? They can't say their evolution of their mind and consciousness and their level of understanding, their passion, their need or their willingness to, you know, intensify their work. Thousands of people, when they share their life stories, they have to explain their mentality prior to KLX, and then what they learn within our interactions, and then how that's benefited them. So that's not, I mean, that's not vain, that's actual fact, you see. So that's number 7. Number 8, volunteering unsolicited advice to others who have not requested it. Right? Volunteering unsolicited advice to others who have not requested it. So it's like, that's an extremely negative personality trait. Like, so this is it. It's like, we find this a lot on social medias, right? People will come, like someone will say something on social media, and then everyone will come trying, just offering all this advice that this person didn't ask for. People be, I just posted a picture on one of my pages earlier. It's old, like probably like 4 or 5 month picture. Me, I'm standing with an AK-47, my finger on the trigger with an AK-47, red, black, and green flag in my back, stay black shirt on. People want to come and tell me, offer me some advice on how to manage anything. That I'm like, nigga, delete, back, delete. Anybody can come offer me some unsolicited advice that I didn't request. It's like, listen, free advice is worth exactly what it costs, for real. Like, and so, is this advice free that I'm giving you, or does it cost? You feel me? Because this life cost me a lot. Like, like, you didn't request any of this information from me. You feel me? So wait, am I contradicting this thought? Volunteering unsolicited advice to others who have not requested it? People have requested the information that I give and take charge of your life videos. People have requested. People request when they type their pain on Facebook, when they type their problems on Facebook, when they type their frustrations on Facebook, when they express their discouragement on Facebook, when they speak about the disharmony in their relationships on Facebook, when they talk about how they hate their jobs on Facebook, when they talk about how they hate their boss on Facebook, when they talk about disharmony in their relationships with their children on Facebook, when they talk about being broke on Facebook, when they talk about all these things that are producing undesirable results on Facebook, they are soliciting my advice. They're because it's like sound health, peace of mind, freedom from fear, freedom from worry. These are things that I experience. Complete capacity for faith, self-love, complete self-discipline. These are things that I experience. Wisdom to understand people. This is what I experience. You feel me? So it's like, listen. No, because when most people give advice, they force it on you when you don't even ask for it. Exactly. That's the whole point. Negative personality trait number 8. Volunteering unsolicited advice to others who have not requested it. Your pain, frustration, and confusion has requested me to drop these Take Charge of Your Life videos. This is episode 34. I believe my 15 minutes has passed. I might even be over 15 minutes. And so I'm going to end it like this, yo, like I always do. Don't wish it was easier. Don't wish life was easier. Wish you was better. You feel me? Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. Right? Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. Think about that. Don't wish for security. Wish for adventure. Don't wish for less challenge. Wish for more wisdom to deal with the challenges. You feel me? Wish for more wisdom to deal with the challenges, to overcome the challenges. You see, to outlast the challenges. As you get better, your life gets better. In order for your life to change, you have to change. Hey. Wait, I came late on your number 8. So can you yo, Queen, you're gonna have to rewatch the video, love. You feel me? And then you watch the video. You're gonna have to do that again. You can watch yesterday's episode, catch all the content. But it's King Leon next. I'm out of here. Y'all can catch me tomorrow I'm going to be going over negative personality traits 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, and then the day after tomorrow, we're gonna start talking about self-discipline and how do we begin to have complete self-discipline, which is the mastery of negative habits that stand in the way of our success, and the development and the enforcement of positive habits that we need in order to achieve our definite major purpose. So yeah, it's King Leon next. We around. Check out, you know. Check out your wait, hold on. Okay, yeah. Check out your list of goals. Go grab, like, when you get off this video, go grab your list of long-term, short-term goals. Reevaluate them, Jones. Your 3 months, 6 months, 5 year, or 3 months, 6 months, 36 month, which is your 3 year. Then then your 5 year, your 7 year, your 10 year, your 15 year, your 20 year, your 25 year, you feel me? Your 75 year, your 150 plus year, you feel me? Your 200 year, your 500 year goals and plans and shit. Like what do you intend generations, what do you intend your great grandchildren to be doing and experiencing? What type of lifestyle are you creating for them with your actions today? And if your favorite leader ain't talking about that, yo, wait, my website, yo, something's wrong with my website for real. I tried to get on the other day. Okay, listen, okay. Matter of fact, that's what I'm about to do, because someone did message me and tell me my website was acting up. I'm about to figure out what's up with that. But yeah, you could get my album and book and CD. Oh, this shirt says contents of a black woman. Curviness, 95%. Intelligence, 100%. Power, 100%. Outspoken, 95%. Natural beauty, 110%. Spirituality, 90%. Melanin, 100%. Contents of a black woman. Y'all stay grateful.